My name is Donald Ray Casey. As a resident of Louisiana, and with all that I've told you, I can say one thing for sure. As much as I've reached out to the politicians, reached out to the leadership, every time I went on the computer and reached out to BP, I got embroiled in a lot of red tape and bogged down that went nowhere. I got tired of going nowhere. If I can't get a job or get employed, what is the guy that doesn't have, the education or the wherewithal? What about the guy that's been shrimping and crabbing all of his life and that's all that he knows? You're gonna bundle him up in a bow tie and stick him in front of a computer somewhere? It's gonna be real hard to do. I've been to all the venues that they talked about. I went down to Venice, I went down to Grand Isle. Yesterday I was in Dulac and Cocodrie and Chauvin, okay? I drive up and down the bayous and see all of the camps, and all the camps are empty. Every 5 or 6 camps, they might have a car sitting there. All those shrimp boats are lined up on the bayou, they're not working. All of those thousands and thousands and thousands of people, that's their life. I went down Highway 90 from Medford to Houma, and I run across a big BP. Man, that building was as big as 3 square blocks with that big green thing on there saying BP right on the side of Highway 90, right in Houma. And man, they had all kind of official looking things. They had the state police, this and that, and the command center. Anyway, they had all the cones lining where you had to drive a certain way. Well, I didn't know exactly how to get to Dulac. There was one road I wanted to get to. So I pulled in there, I said, look, I'm gonna ask this guy, and they got a security guard standing there, a uniform. I pulled up and I said, I got my map here. I said, excuse me, fella. I said, can you show me how to get from here down to Dulac? And you know what he told me? He said, I'm sorry, sir. This is security guard. This is probably a $10, $12 an hour job or whatever, I don't know. He said, I'm sorry, sir. He says, I'm not from this area. I don't have any knowledge. The point being that BP had brought in from outside of Southeast Louisiana, an employee just to be a security guard. They are claiming that they're employing. But you know something? With a disaster of this magnitude here, the unemployment rate in Louisiana ought to be 0. Because everybody that wants to work should be given an opportunity to work on this disaster here. Okay, but we're getting a lot of red tape, and no, people are not satisfied with the response of BP. We're so dependent right now on foreign energy sources that we would invariably become even more dependent on foreign oil. So we're subjecting ourselves to having to go somewhere else, to obtain what we need. And that's not a good thing, okay? We have the energy in this country. The trick is to do it responsibly. And I do believe that the technology exists to do that responsibly.